Hey everyone, my name is Megan Ballingy and I'm one of the librarians at Heartland Community College. And today I'm going to go over some resources for your COMM 101 class. And I'm going to show you how you can search 3 of our databases to find library resources or academic sources for your speech. So let's get started. One thing about this video, all of the links that we're going to visit today will be linked below. We're going to start on a guide that's for your class. We're going to go to another library guide that's going to have links to the databases, and then we'll come back to the guide again after that. There'll also be some date stamps in the video as well, so you can skip ahead if you have already seen some of this information and you know it, you can skip to the parts where you need a little review or are learning something new. All right, so right now we are on the COMM 101 guide, and what I'm going to do is quickly just go over to this other guide that we have. It's called Library Resources for Spring 2021. And if you've taken any of these classes before with Heartland, this is new for this semester because of the issues that we had with the data breach that happened, which kind of disconnected our research databases last semester. We have this other guide for you. So I'm going to click on that. This guide has all of the most up-to-date information about the library. Our physical library building when we're open, virtually, all the help that you can get. If we have any updates, that's all going to be on this guide. So you can take a look through any of these pages. We have information about different database links using iShare, which is all of the various Illinois libraries that you can get access to, using Google, making research appointments. And I'm going to go over how you can get help from us later as well. So you want to bookmark this page to make sure that you're checking the most up-to-date information. Okay, so now we're going to go through this guide. The first thing I want to tell you about is how to get help from us here at the library. You are welcome to email me and contact me if you want to follow up with anything that I talk about in this video today. You're welcome to do that. We also have research appointments. What those are just one-on-one meetings through Zoom with a librarian. You can make an appointment with me or one of our other librarians at Heartland and basically get some one-on-one help. So after you watch this video today, if you're struggling and you can't find enough sources or you need help with your topic, anything with our library resources, go ahead and click this link and you can research a meeting with us. And these are super informal, and the librarians just help you find everything that you need, teach you some tips and tricks about searching databases, and get you going on whatever project or assignment you're working on. There's also our Ask a Librarian services. You can chat with us or call us. We can answer quick questions as well. So those are always available for you for this class and for any of your classes with Heartland. We also have tutoring services as well, and their information is there at that link. Okay, so let's get started with the content for this class. I'm going to click on through these pages that are in the upper left-hand corner, narrowing your topic. So let's talk about topics right now. So depending on whether you've already chosen your topic or you're still working on it, I have a suggestion for you. So if you are thinking about kind of a general idea, but not quite sure what you want to focus on, one thing that I've done before in the past is just Googling like controversial issues if you need to be covering that kind of a topic. There's a link to this website called ProCon. And this just has some lists of various hot topics or controversial issues. And this might get your thoughts going on what you want to focus on. So they have these lists. You can go by category, or you can look through topics like A to Z, most popular, focusing on various subjects. So this website's helpful to kind of get going. And also, if you're getting started like from the basics, or if you've already sort of thought about the area that you want to focus on, but just kind of need to narrow it down a little bit, this will help you. So once you have a topic, you'll want to go through some of these prompts here on this screen. Doing a little bit of this kind of background work will help make it easier for you to find articles and your sources, and also will help you write your speech probably quicker if you have a good grasp of what you are going to be focusing on. So you have a topic, now you need to focus it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a sample topic that I will be focusing on today for my speech. So I'm going to focus on cancel culture, which is really popular right now. And there's a lot of examples out there. So to explain it, I'm sure everyone already knows what it is, but often with popular public figures or in pop culture, on social media, this is where this usually happens, but it can be in other instances as well. Maybe a well-known actor or actress says something on their social media, and then people, basically the general public, will want to cancel them for one reason or another. So I'm going to be focusing on that. And I know for your speech, you'll need 4 sources, and you need to include information about both sides of an issue. So for my example, cancel culture, I'll need to talk about both why we should have cancel culture and why we shouldn't have cancel culture. So a well-rounded argument and a well-balanced amount of information that I'm presenting. Let's see. Okay, so when I'm going through this topic, describe your topic in a few words. Okay, I kind of did that. In what time period does your topic take place? I would say within the last few years, maybe the last 5 years I could focus. In what country or geographic region? And this just depends. I'll just focus on the US. What groups, entities, or specific individuals are involved? I might use a few different examples. We'll see what kind of examples come up when I'm searching. But with this example, it might be helpful also to talk about the spectrum of cancel culture, like when it may be appropriate and when it might not be appropriate. So maybe severity of what someone has done could come into play. So that may inform this key players part. And what factors influence this topic? What is the effect of the topic? So for cancel culture, you could say, well, it could be good in these ways that we are addressing issues of things that we don't find acceptable, that we see our public figures doing, and then what is maybe the negative effect. And maybe the negative effect is if it's something that someone said and they're not allowed to make mistakes, or they're not allowed to learn and grow through that opportunity, what are we saying to ourselves and to people that we interact with? Okay, so the topic, I find that this is really helpful for you to think about your topic before you get started. So make sure you spend a few minutes doing this. Okay, I'm not going to go over books too much because I think finding articles for this speech or this topic is going to be helpful. But there is a tab if you are looking for books. We're going to go to Find Articles next. And as I mentioned before, we're going to be going to that database's link page. I have it here linked, and I have 3 different databases that we're going to focus on today that you can find sources. And I'm going to explain them a little bit. So Academic Search Complete. This is one database that contains lots of articles. I would say it would be the most diverse as far as subject matter. There's magazines, reports, etc. that are also part of this database. The second one is Newsbank. And this is, you can think of it as like newspapers or any kind of news, wires, broadcasts, videos. So regional all the way to international, depending on what your topic is. And it also includes like Chicago area, local newspapers, and the Pantograph as well. The third one is Points of View Reference Center. This database has like hundreds of different topics. It focuses on most often like controversial topics, and it gives you points of argument like pro, con, and also describes the topic as well. So my suggestions are to use those 3, and we're going to go to the database links to access those. Now these 3 databases, Newsbank looks a little bit different compared to the other 2. So let's take a look. We'll start with Academic Search